Oh, welcome back to Sosnovka NOT by Johnny Vee. I'm still on version 3, but yet done another update to 3.1. As I think I said before, I've done a lot of work on version 3, so I'm going to stick with that for now. We're going to feed the cows up now. I'm going to get some what used to be known as total mixed ration, not certain what they call it now, but whatever it is, we're going to get some of that in there. And I also made a decision. Now that's going to surprise everyone. I actually decided to do something. And that is cultivating the soy back in. I just don't think that's going to do anything. And we're putting raping instead. How are we actually over? I can't see. Now, you might wonder why you keep this silly little trailer. Well, I need a side tipper for the cattle shed because I use my main trailer. It hits the roof. Not good on the trailer or the roof come to that. So we're keeping with this. I might get a slightly bigger side tipper. There is one available. Well, several available, but there is one available. Now, one or two other little things I've done, and we'll run through that in a moment. Once we get this underway. Alright, we've got our first load in. I'm afraid to take a couple of 3 loads to do the cows. I'll get 1 load in there for now. Just try and get it out of the orange or red or whatever it is at the moment. Now we tip this to a side. I want it to be on the it needs to be on the left hand side. You have to excuse me. I'm trying to think. I don't know what it is, but I've always had trouble telling left and right. Tip side right, tip side back, tip side going down, tip side left. Let's hope we got this right. We'll soon find out. How we have. How about that? Yes, my word. And we'll just see what it looks like on the animal front. I want some silage and hay, so I might as well get. We'll use some hay up, but we're gonna be having plenty of hay and grass again soon. So we might as well use some up now to. I don't think we've got a lot of grass in here either. I think we're just about out of grass in this storage. And it is time to put the cattle back onto full grass again. Along because in real life with them out in a meadow, they should be moving about the meadows, but the farm sim doesn't quite go to that extent. Come back. Hi. Yeah, we use some hay. We ain't got too much of that either. Looking at that. I've got enough for what we want anyway. We can get 1 load in it. I could use the bales, but I'm going to leave the bales for the sheep for the moment. And I've got to decide where I'm actually going to store the bales when we start baling. Oh, correction, we're not baling. Yeah, forget that. All the grass and hay will be going into store. Once we fill the store up, it will then go into the silage silage silo. Just to, I don't know, we need to change this over in this time. I think one click should do it. Won't really put the brake on. Well, that's better, that'll do for now. I'm not going to bother filling them right up. Cows, I'm going to go for 100 cows. I will stick to around 50 pigs and I will soon be selling some more of those. Sheep, I'm going to go to 200 for now and we'll probably go higher later, depends on how we think we're going to be doing on the grass. So let's see what we've got. now. Not certain how's the seed are doing. No, he's already got plenty of seed. I will have to fill him up. To that end, I've gone and bought some seed from the garden centre. Filled the overloader up because, as you may recall, I've got two overloader trailers. One is for seed and one will be for fertiliser. So when we're going full bore, I don't have to bring the seeder back off the field. I can go to that, use this little steer for that. It'd be perfect for that sort of job. I have got to get myself a slurry spreader, which we haven't yet. Talking about that, I want to afford one. If we can, we might as well get it now, rather than wait until we actually need it and find out we can't afford the damn thing. Alright, let's go and unhook this for now. Now, of course that'd help if I actually pulled the hitch, wouldn't it? That's better. So you can do it if you try hard enough. It's not that difficult. I'll just see how the Boris and Ivan are doing. They should be nice and busy in 14. Now the more I looked at it last day of spring, if we don't get something grown by now, and if it's going to grow, it should have started to show by now. As you can see, we've got one of them. Let's see if we can find them. I soon have to clean up again. Never-ending job cleaning up with these animals. And before anybody says yes, I do know there's a mod that you can put in which will stop them spilling it all over the place, but it's part of the fun. And one thing I have done is I've changed the cultivator over. I started it off on here and it was bouncing all over the place. It may be the the modified ground response I got, but whatever it was bouncing all over the place. So we've got this one. It's only a 10 metre. It's a lot smaller than what we had. Anyway, right here. Just hop out and have a look at it. But this one does what I want. It stays in one place. It's not bouncing all over the place. And it actually needs less power. So it's a win-win for me. But as you can see, if we walk over here, look at the farmer's touch. Soybean seed that's been like that for rather a long time. I think the ground just hasn't got warm enough. It's not warm enough now. Now we've got to wait until summer for it to start to grow. Let's bring this up. We're not going to have much time to get round to be able to put the ground about to harvest. And it could be a wet autumn. So I'm going to put I'll put the canola in. It should shoot almost straight away with the temperature we got now. I did think about sunflowers, but again we're a bit short on time for getting it there, and it's a very small window to harvest it. And I was also thinking using rape, we can use the seed in our machine to make fresh seed, whereas we couldn't. Well, but we can get in both sides on this. Just suddenly thought I might stand on the wrong side to get in. Right, but that actually done as well, because this new cultivator cost less than we got for the old one. So we actually made some money, but most of that's gone now on seed. And seed that we're using is the Amazon with a 15 metre jobby. That is the one that's been modified by Johnny Vee, so it actually holds, I think it's more seed than fertiliser now, so the other way round. But as I'm using pro seeds on there, and I don't need the fertiliser, I've got fertilisation switched off, but you do need a small amount of fertiliser in the tank, I discovered. And the cedars on the back of the Ultra, running all four, running the four wheels, the dual wheels front and rear, and the JCB's managing the cultivator quite nicely. Cultivator was the 50. Get exactly what model. Let's have a look and see what model that is. Oh, I can't remember where. Can't remember if this puts them in the order you get things. Yeah, there we are. The Villa 5 rule drag 10 metre. And it looks quite nice. 280 horse that needs to pull at 10 metre. And it can go 11 mile an hour, but it's not on here. Right, should have was at the shop. Had a look at getting a slurry spreader. We go up there now. We should be able to drag it back on the road with this. Oh, I don't think it's a bar run up, but should be able to drag it back. Hopefully it won't cost more than we got. And that will be the last purchase we think we've got to make this year. Remembering we're not going to sell hardly any grain or beef. Almost a whole lot we'll have to go on feeding the animals. So it's the animals we're depending on. And we still got to find $750,000 this year somehow to pay off the rest of that debt, which was not ours but the owners of the farm made a mistake trying to keep this to a use certificate. Made a mistake, so we owed £1 million in debt. And that's autosave kicking in, by the way. Disco's favourite thing. Just turn it off and go and see them in the shop and see what they got. Don't. Okay, just go on there. Now then, we need slurry tanks. There we are. It's that which holds 15,000. Oh, that's not that bad actually. Now this is the one. 30,000. I think for us, this is the one we need. Yeah, none of those others are going to be any good. No, I did think about having a one with a cultivator on, but the big problem with that is that's only 6 metres, and on this farm, on these fields, it's not going to work. So we're going to take this. That's going to take just about all our money. Right. Yes, we got it. Now it means we've got to work like hell. It might mean we have to sell off a hell of a lot of our animals end of this year. How did we end up this side of the counter? So I started this side. Oh, well, there it is. It's a big beast. But we need something like this. We can only put slurry in because onto the grass way before we cut, or onto the fields before we plant. Basically, I would have thought I might put slurry prior to ploughing, just before we start to plough. Just shove some slurry in. I'm hoping I'm going to have plenty of slurry to play with. I'm hoping this thing can at least pull this on the ground. It should do. It's a willing little beast that never run the thing. But it's all I've got at the moment to pull this back with. Slowly does it, a little bit more, a little bit more. That should do it. Being gone too far. No, it looks about right. It is indeed. And we will just hook the PTO in along. We don't really want the PTO just for carting it back. When's this thing got to be serviced? 7 days, sorry. So one thing with the combine, it costs a lot of money to get a combine on the farm. We only use it for a short time each year, but we're going to have to service it every 6 months whether we use it or not. One of the beauties is if we don't use it, it doesn't cost much. And because we've got a slurry transport tank, so this can stay out on the field, on the bigger fields, whilst the slurry, and we just run back and forth with the transport tank. I may well invest in one of those mobile tanks in the future. Plonk at the side of the field before we start to slurry. If we've got a couple of 3 fields together, put a full load in that, and we won't have far to take the injector to before it to fill up. I'm hoping this thing will take Digitate state too, because we've got plenty of that coming in the over there. If not, we can sell that. No, we can't sell it straight. We can plump a little bit in the seed and the fertilizer maker, and that will magically make everything into a slurry in the tank. Then we can go to the BGA and sell it. Clever stuff, you know. Is that well in? Yeah, I want to keep it under cover. There we are. Those little jobs are being done now. It's 53% on the seed. We'll keep an eye on that and try and make something we can hook this up there when we're ready. I think I shall do another quick clean up. I want to get maximum production out of these beasts. Then we have a look at the greenhouses. I think we had a look early on, but I've done a slight bit of work around there. Just hook this on first, and we can go and clean those up and take a drive up there. Oh, too far. Do like this. I really do like this thing. You never guess, would you, the amount of times I use it. Not realistic, it'd be far more realistic if I was to use a bucket. Oh, and that reminds me, before we go there, just you can call me an idiot. Because CSZ has now got onto ModHub, they no longer have their own little tag. That stuff goes in with what it's for. If I'd have gone further along that front loader thing, I would have found, hop out, I would have found this. See, it said pallet forks. They were there all the time. Still got them now. And I got a standard bucket because it holds just about everything, and saves me messing about with different buckets for different things. Right. Oh, with that little diversion, that was coming this way. There we go. Hey, you fool. Hello. Both of those are sleeping now. Have they actually met each other? Shouldn't have done, but it's possible. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh dear, stop. hold him up. I think I'd better just let the seeder wait for a while. The seeder's actually caught the cultivator up. Well, it's 50% wider than the cultivator. It's around 15 metres as against 10 metres. So even though the cultivator might be running slightly quicker. So you stop there, Ivan, and turn your flaming lights off. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. I'm going to let Boris get a few more laps on. He's got his lights on as well. You know, I flapped across there so I will magic myself back where I should be. Now what we do? Oh yes, it's actually meant to go further down near the lake. I don't know if it's fish in this lake. I've never seen any, but then again, there might be so much drift off from the fields or run off from the fields that the fish may not survive. And we've got to hope this soon dries out, because even like the next month, I think the stuff is going to be too wet for me to ted the grass. But cut it, I think, but that's about all we've got. If we get a wet year, it's going to really throw us. There we go, everything. Oh yeah, look at that. I think I said in the last one, this is almost too good, this tar on a stick, but it works. Actually, we're better off to go around this way, then we can go straight to the cows and make our way up to where the greenhouses are, and we'll just have a look at those. I've done a little bit of work around there, not a lot. I actually got rid of a couple of trees which were in the way. I thought I'd got rid of them already, but they came back again, so I hope they're not auto-growing trees, no matter how often you get rid of them. And I got rid of them in GE, so it shouldn't. Who can tell them? The booties of farm sim. Oh, and I still haven't collected the eggs, have I? Let's just do this and then collect them. They won't be worth collecting, they'd be going rotten. I'll leave the tar on a stick here. I'm not going to bother to take that off. I'm not going to bother to shut the engine off. Yeah, I bet you didn't think I could still leap fences like that. Oh yeah, there's several eggs there. Oh, look at that. And thank you, Johnny, for putting the eggs all in one place. Especially they tend to sink into the ground. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but where you got them spread about quite often, you just see the tip of an egg. And this happened to me on multiple maps, and not just this one. It happened on what? Not so much drum. I don't really got far enough in, but it happens on Blickling. But it seems to be a regular thing. I don't want course players. Thank you. I could go cross country, but I think we'll go down this way, cut a little bit off, but you know, without going on the road. But I think we might as well go on the road. And this, as you might notice, is the latest better full mod. I still got the old one in reserve in case it still plays up, but apparently and it's now fixed it so it doesn't that in the gearbox mod don't interfere with each other quite as much. It doesn't all of a sudden drain the tank. Yeah, everything seems to be growing. As soon as we can, we will be buying more fields. I want 7. I'd love 7 with what I've got in it at the moment, some potatoes. So I like ground spuds. Right, here we are. There's the greenhouses. There was a tree straight ahead of us. You could just squeeze through, but not really very good. Let's see, check nothing in there. You could come to, oh, we have got water in this. We are actually making a little out of these. Yeah. Not full prol, but we are making some out of it. And there was another tree, I think it's about here. And a little bush too near the other greenhouse. They're all gone. Oh yeah, right on water. What's in this one? Oh, lettuce, but looks like, hey look, those in the centre, they're ready to go. They're not quite there yet. This one. Pumpkins by the looks of it. And it should now be another autosave. Cauliflowers. We just need to put the muck in now to get the full production. What are these? You know, I don't honestly know. Can't remember what else was in there. Stevie done a whole load of these. He's got 6 of them and I've got the whole lot on here. It doesn't tell you there. Ah, no, one must be pumpkins and one must be melons. That must be pumpkins, and the other one, green one there, must be melons. Collies. That's a lettuce. Yeah, these must be melons. Watermelons were probably. So they shouldn't want much muck, should they? Little joke. Not much of a joke, just a little joke. Oh, these are red cabbage. I like red cabbage. Especially pickled. Plenty of vinegar. Pickle and spices. Oh, lovely. God, I think he's speeding. It's in there. Right, you were in that corner. He didn't slow down. Right, I think I need to. Should I start the other one off? And I think I shall bid you adieu. Oh yes, Johnny. That money still hasn't arrived yet, by the way. Like you're meant to have posted. I tell you, that's an Australian check. Never actually appears. If anybody's worried, we do get on quite well, Johnny myself, I'm glad to say. Mind you, I hope so, because if you watch all my videos, I have made a few remarks about Australians, all in good fun. Not in good taste, but in good fun. Oh, let's have a look, see what this meadow here looks like. These meadows will be ploughed up this winter, or this autumn anyway. Once we've got the last cut off, I'm going to get on there and plough them up. Basically, so they treat us fields. Yeah. Pick it up because I've got grass destruction on. It's just starting to grow. Whoops. Let's get him started. But get away because I think I've got to back it up off the field to pick up his course. Hopefully we'll have enough room now to carry on. Might just slow this down a bit more than the speed. I say the speed he's going. Where's he going now? No, I have no idea what he's doing. He shouldn't be moving anything. I must have touched stuff I shouldn't have done. Yeah, as if I would. Put his wings out again. There we go. Look at his course. We'll come out of cab to line him up because it's not always the easiest in the world to do. And it's not for us, for a bear of a little brain like myself. Alright. Getting wagon now. Let's take him down to about 4 miles an hour. Speed is not really the essence. Got all day to put this in. As you see, he's not using any fertiliser. All he is using quite a bit of seed. Right. Hop out again. There you go, Boris. Or was it Ivan? Could never remember him. Probably a female driver in there. It makes matters even worse. Oh, I wonder if I can get one of these two together. A shot. I don't think I will. Oh, I might as well take one of my new cultivators. Oh, wrong one. Do you like getting action shots of the stuff? That should do it. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you didn't like what you see, leave a dislike, but please let me know why. May not make any difference, but it just makes me feel happier if I have some idea what I'm doing wrong. Well, apart from turning up. If you're not a subscriber and we're on a transatlantic cruise and the ship sunk 60 years ago, you just come back again and you find out what the internet is. Oh, welcome. You're very welcome. If you happen to watch it, if you watch this video and you like it, how about subscribing? I'm mad enough to do this thing rather too many times a week. That's what everybody tells me anyway. You do this too many times a week, man. You can't take any more. But I'm not going to stop. I'm enjoying myself immensely. And I hope one or two of you enjoy it as well. This is could be called the an ego trip for me. I'm happy enough with that. It is, yes, I enjoy it. I get a hell of a thrill out of this. At my age, you know, any thrill you can get is a bonus. Put this back and I'll hook this onto the overloader. Yes, any comments, questions, queries, information, even mods you'd like to see, I will consider them. I'm going to bring that back up and that back up. That's it. I will consider them. You may not see them on here. It depends where they're from. But anything at all to do with uploader.net, you won't see. I have nothing on 17 that I have downloaded from uploader.net, and I don't intend to start now. If I can't get anywhere else, then I don't really want it. That's my feelings on that. But let's hook this up. Let me slowly get into position. And should have that in. Yep. Get back into cab. Oh. I actually want to move this to the one end, don't I? Well, I'm moving it to one end. It's Mary saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.